Good day to all of you. We are Group 21. The case study we chose was case study number 2, which we named Drunk Driving Youngster. 1. The executive summary. The first is the minor in concern has just left Golden Spike Bar and Grill, an establishment that should not accommodate minors. Since it sells hard liquor, it was determined that the problem arose due to poor security personnel inspection, improper information extraction, the selling of alcoholic beverages to minors, and the possession of fake ID. Second, this restriction aids in the reduction of fatal motor vehicle accidents involving inebriated youngsters. Minors are prohibited from accessing bars and nightclubs to obtain alcoholic beverages. Thus, laws linked in this topic are also helpful if there is an accident involving inebriated minors. Third,
The establishment that supplied or sold alcohol beverages to minors will be accountable for any incident involving the minor while intoxicated with alcohol. If the establishment is at fault for allowing minors to enter the bar or nightclub and purchase alcohol, they may face various charges. Whether Michelle Rogers' ID presented was genuine, and the security guard entirely relied on Michelle's physical qualities to verify her age. The security guard, Luis Sargota, did not issue an instruction to remove the ID from Michelle's wallet to examine it more closely and ascertain if it was fake or genuine document. The merchant or bartender should also double check their client's identification to verify that no alcohol is being sold to minors who have fake identification that has passed security personnel verification. The legal charges of inadequate security personnel inspections, improper data extraction, and selling of alcohol beverages to minors are all accountable to Golden Spike Bar and Grills. And if this situation happened here in the Philippines, the executive order number 326 regulating the operations of bars restriction will take charge.
Friday night around 10:30 p.m. at Golden Spike Bar and Grill. Michelle Rogers stopped at the bomb door due to an inspection by the bar security guard Luis Argota. It inspected Michelle's photo ID. Luis Argota was trained to do this inspection from one orientation class he attended on his first day on the job. Michelle's present photo ID contains information that she is 21 years old and 3 months, and the picture is her own. The guard did not say Michelle would remove her photo ID from her wallet. After that, Michelle entered the bar, spent 3 hours, and drank 5 Pasi navel drinks containing 1.5 ounces of 80 proofs alcohol served with fruit juice. Upon leaving the bar at 1:30 a.m., Michelle was involved in a traffic accident and the man who was driving home from work at a nearby local factory was seriously injured. The family sued Michelle and Golden Spike because it was found out that Michelle was 20 years old and not yet of a legal age to drink alcohol. According to the Golden Spike attorney, they had no shortcomings since their security guard was trained and it also checked Michelle's ID before entering the bar. But Michelle presented the false and the bar could not reasonably have known it was false. The security guard added that Michelle looked 21 years old when she entered the bar. Thus, the said establishment was not guilty of knowingly serving minors. Case evaluation. The sections to be focused on in this case study are as follows. First, the substandard and four-way of examining guest identification cards. Second, the guests present this identification card at inspection before entering an establishment with restrictions such as prohibition of minors. Third, the security guard did based on the physical features of the guest that is not effective to determine a person's legal age, says that she is on the right age to enter the establishment since she looks like 21 years old as is stated on her identification card. Fourth, there is no event for the bartender's second inspection of the guest identification card before selling and servicing alcoholic beverages. Fifth, the presentation of a false document containing inaccurate details regarding the information that will provide access to the items or passing some protocols will surely make corresponding penalties when violated is considered unintentional and all with a good thoughts. They occur due to the following aspects. First, The security guard did not physically examine and critically inspect the guest identification card. Second, nowadays, 14 or 15 years old have body features that have matured compared to their age. So basing on a person's physical features without a baseless document or proof will cause a problem. Third, presenting a fake or false document to obtain something or enter an establishment with restrictions only proves that the person is presenting the falsified document intended to defraud.
4. The proposed solution. First, this technique will lessen the likelihood of honest human errors, such as miscalculating a person's age based on the date given to the represented ID. This mechanism will verify an ID's legitimacy. This approach will also serve as a chain of evidence to show that the guest with convincing false ID was accidentally served. This technology is one of the most effective expenditures to safeguard a business owner's liquor license from being revoked. Second, this promotion is nonsensical, considering identification systems can only identify newly manufactured fraudulent identification cards, not advanced ones. Some of the advanced and realistic fake IDs pass the test system when it reads the barcode on the back of the ID or analyzes the OCR scan on the front. Furthermore, it is unable to examine a borrowed or stolen identification card.
Some of the tasks to be performed in detecting a fake ID are as follows. 1. Adequate knowledge of security features used in country identification card is required. 2. Turning the identification card into ultraviolet light. 3. Having physical contact with the identification card to determine its thickness. 4. Tilt the identification card to the light. 5. Finding misspellings on identification cards. 6. Analyze the cardholder if it shows suspicion. 7. Comparing the physical features of the identification card with the cardholder itself. 8. Comparisons of signatures. 9. Ask the cardholder for information regarding his/her identification card presented. 10. Ask for a second form of identification card. The existence of an establishment policy that concerns the serving or sale of alcoholic beverages to minors and other situations that will cause problems that can be avoided due to the implementation of this establishment.
5. Conclusion and recommendation. First, due to the lack of attentiveness in maintaining stringent policies and procedures that their employees must adhere to, in conclusion, we propose that the Golden Spike Bar and Grill be held accountable for several negligence-related legal issues that resulted in an accident that could have been avoided if the preventive measures have been followed, had, and executed. Second, also, the outcome or result used by the system and the manual will vary in the speed and smoothness of the correct information that will appear here. Therefore, it is better to use a physical examination of a document to avoid system errors. However, if we would be given a chance to pick as much as we wanted for our strategy, we would like to combine the three proposed solutions into one solution to form an effective, reliable, and strong foundation to avoid various problems like what happened in this case study. It is mentioned that the proposed solution that owners can't guarantee that this system can detect fake IDs 100%. Other than that, the physical examination will not be compelling if it is not done standard. And the establishment policy will be useless if it is not regulated and mandatory by the management of the establishment. Nevertheless, for those proposed solutions combined, it will serve as an alternative plan and double security to make customers, owners, and staff safer from any incidents or legal charges.
Implementation. In terms of preferred method of putting the chosen approach into action, I believe that the ability and knowledge can be acquired through training for at least a week, as well as an assessment to see if the applicant is qualified for the job includes not just being a doorman but also being the bar's floor security. A body or wearable camera that can capture events and audio chats is also an excellent option for the security guard. The security guard at every bar operation is seen here firmly enforcing all protocols and performing his job efficiently.